Okay, so now we're going to look at body shots. We've looked at the straight shots, the jab, the cross. We've looked at the angled shots, the hook and the uppercut. We'll look at the body shots. And we'll cover the liver shot, obviously. We'll also cover the straight shots, the jab, the cross to the body. We're going to do it on focus pads, but in another section we will use a belly pad and we'll look at it doing on a belly pad. But for the moment we're just going to do it on the pads. But the liver shot is a shot that I really like. You use it a lot in boxing, you use it a lot in a style that we teach, which is Dutch kickboxing. I don't generally do the liver shot in Thai boxing because it's a bit vulnerable to the elbows, and I'll explain why in a second. But let's look at the liver shot. And again, if I borrow Chris quickly, the liver is on the left-hand side of the body. So it's underneath sort of where the breastbone is. You've got the floating rib here. And it's not just a small bit, it's quite long. It can be here and it can quite come over here. I'm not looking at coming straight as a hook because it will just come out. So I'm looking at generally what's called a shovel hook, where it comes up and comes up. So my movement has to be here and then driving up through there. So we'll swap over because we'll do a liver shot on this side. So I can do it in a couple of different ways in the pads. I like to do it where I'm actually close because it gives him the proper range. So I have one pad here, one pad on it. I can do it with one pad, but, and if it goes softly, it's okay. But if he starts digging it a little bit in, I'm going to feel it a bit more, just like that. I'd rather have two pads. Now I've got a bit of control. Put it here. Again, look, usual things. Look, stable base, correct angles, distance, covering myself. I'm here, he drops into it, boom, drives through. You see, if he does a hook and he just comes as a normal hook, it's going to come out. He's coming up and coming through my shoulder. And I'm putting my weight into it. And again, if he goes a bit lighter, I can check the defense because again, what's the counter? It's going to be that hook. I can't really do it with two, so if I can do it here, I can just make sure it's covered there. Again, look, this is why we don't do it in Thai. If he throws that hook to the body, there's an elbow. If he throws that hook to the body, there's an elbow. So it's generally not done in Thai, but Dutch kickboxing, boxing, it's always there. We can do it off shots as well. So the classic time you're going to get a liver shot would be if he slips across. But again, if we go slowly, I can do it like this, but it gets a bit cumbersome. Boom, boom. Because he's now got to wait for the target to be there before he hits me. Otherwise, he just hits me. So if I want to do it like that, I will have the target here. So I'm giving him, he's not waiting for the target. Otherwise, he's got to wait and I've got to be quick. Does that make sense? If I'm doing it more in a sort of boxing fitnessy way, I'll hold the pads here so I don't have the same impact. It's the same position. But if I wanted it a bit more actually fighter way, I'd have it right on me. We don't generally do a lot to the spleen. He can do the spleen, so the spleen is on this side. If he hits me on the liver correctly, I can't do anything about it. It's going to put me down. I'm going to feel it in 3 or 4 seconds, and it's just going to be like, oh, and you're down on one knee. When you hit you in the spleen, it's going to hurt, but it's not really going to do a lot of damage. So it's the liver shot we're really after. The straight shots to the body, these are sort of underrated, but if you look at good boxers, you look at Mayweather, he will utilise that, stepping in jab, boom. If Chris is coming towards me, I will do that. I can just break the rhythm, I can keep doing that until I get him with the hook. So, yes, he can just jab me to the body. I can tense my body and take it like that. If I didn't want to do that, I've got a couple of options. I can have the pad here, I don't like this, or I'd rather have it here. So now he's hitting on the back of the pad and he can dig in. Boom. Cross to the body. Again, I can take it. If I want to work my condition, I'll take it. I can hold the cross to the body like this. Boom. The problem that I find with that is it just tends to bring my arm a bit back. It's okay if he's hitting quite softly, but if he puts a little bit more power in, and you see my balance is already going as well. So I'd rather, if I was going to hold pads for across the body, have it here. Now it gives him a good solid target to hit. So we've done hooks to the body, we've done crosses to the body, we've done jabs to the body. In terms of body shots, that's pretty much all we're going to do. We'll look at it on the belly pad in the next section or two, and it will show us how to improvise with pads that way. But for a moment, that's it.